So, when we last left off, the party had met with David, joking around with him and tossing him into the fountain several times, and discussed their plans moving forward. Prompted by Elliot, they considered their options and decided on a full-on direct assault to the max security prison that Lorenzo DeLuca, head of the Trap Stars, holed himself up in. However, they about 9 hours in to their journey towards Mechaville or towards Macon, they were stopped on the road by a massive creature, a death croc, uh, that
Oh
uh,
yeah.
that severely wounded Gon's arm by throwing an entire car at him. The party promptly decided to return and seek medical assistance. I'd like all of you guys to make a perception survival check as towards the wound it, that Ganayegi's dealing with.
Okay, so I click survival and say use perception. Oh no. I'm supposed to be good at this.
The dice do not favor you.
I'll
And
just pretend I'm at a disadvantage because of my severe wound.
and
Let's
Marcus,
roll
make
it.
me a perception survival. Oh, thank you. I love you.
Was it my right arm? I put my right arm is severely damaged in my status here. Then my health would be at like, I think I took like a shit ton of damage. So I'm gonna say I got 5 out of 15
Did it
health.
throw a car at you?
Yeah, just a small car.
You are noticing, Marcus, can you make me a perception survival check? I just want to see what everybody gets.
Marcus. Marcus. No.
Another good man down.
He might be distracted or not. I,
Can't hear you, by the way, in case it's not clear what's happening. Taking the Jeffrey way out, huh?
Marcus, are you there? 'Cause I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, you said BRB in general chat, but that
Okay.
was 10 minutes ago.
Okay. I will say I will actually roll for him because I can.
Because I can.
That's nice.
Nice.
Everybody with me.
Everybody but you, as you guys head into town and like are allowed in by the gate, like they kind of roll it up and like, hey, we got somebody injured here, hurry up! And you hear the massive wooden gates like roll up, uh, or not roll up, but like are lifted
You
up.
roll up.
Uh, you you are all kind of taking in the damage that has been done to Ganayegi's arm and like the bleeding. But each of you notices as you look at Ganayegi, the spot where he's bleeding is a little bit the where the bone is exposed does not quite look as normal as it should. Make me a second perception check to see if you succeed. Like
Do it again. He
Good
says.
practice. I like it. All right. Click this. This.
Carter does not notice.
Come on now. Come on now. Roll it. Hey. Complication.
Elliot does, but I'm gonna say she's grossed out by the damage, so she may or may not notice it. She may dismiss it. Elliot, you notice that there's a shine to the bone. The bone doesn't look like normal bone. It looks like it has a sheen to it.
Blech. I just threw up, by the way. From
Almost,
the pain.
almost a metallic sheen.
Like an metallic, like an oil spill, or like a car.
Metallic, like a wrench. Like it looks metallic. Like
Like there's
Oh.
bits of metal in me
Oh
from the
shit!
car.
He's Wolverine.
adamantium.
But for the time being, like it's reduced visibility because he's like leaking blood.
I am oozing blood, yes.
Yeah.
In fact, how long does it take to walk back to town?
It took you guys about 9 hours to get back to town.
Okay, so
Fuck.
this is
You
gross
die on the
looking.
way back. I was just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have an infection at this point. Put me next to Jeffrey.
Put him down. Put him down.
Hey, is this a medic? I'm assuming I shouldn't be leading my own healing since I'm probably like really not okay. So I'm gonna need the team to look out for their weird tribal guy.
No, you can.
Who's got the best medicine?
I've got a medicine of 2, so if I rolled luck for it, I'd have a DC of 12.
Marcus has a medicine of 1, so I don't know if anybody else can beat that.
Oh baby, 0.
Yeah, 0.
All right. Um,
Well, that's why we came back to town. We're trying to find somebody who is a doctor.
you would be able to find the most people would direct you. Hey, go run to the pharmacy. Run to the pharmacy.
Pharmacy. Okay.
As they're directing you by, you enter a small building. I don't have it set up again. I'm sorry, but um, a small box building with a glass front and a sign that has a PH with a small letter P and a large H in like big red writing, like big red wooden letters.
The pharmacy.
The P has been nailed, but it keeps appearing to be like loose and like it's about to fall off. Um, as you guys enter in, there's 2 individuals, and one kind of looks up to you and says, "Oh God, is there anything I can do to help? How can I help you?"
Oh,
Put his
we
arm
need
back.
harm. Yeah.
I've
Put it
got
back on.
I've got stim packs. Do you and then she says, um, you any of you wouldn't happen to be black card holders, would you?
John,
I don't know what that is.
John.
I'll present my black card.
And she says, technically, this is only for you, but you know, I'm not looking. And she kind of laughs, and she's got a very nervous way about her. Everything she's doing, like, is the actions of somebody who is extremely like high strung. She reaches in the back, hands you.
Can I spend a psycher point to read her thoughts? Why is she acting this way?
Yeah, go ahead and spend the psycher point. Make me a charisma speak check, difficulty 1. You don't have to. You don't have to spend the psycher point because it doesn't cost you anything to do surface level. You succeed, and in the back of her mind, she says, "Oh shit, I have to so many prescriptions. I don't have time to do this and get the medicine. Oh, there's like 30,000 people in this town. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Why did I get this job?"
Does she like outwardly look like she's panicking, or is she holding the panic internally?
She is she has like a wild look in her eyes, and she's got her eyes are a little bit dilated, and she has a red flush on her face where she's clearly broken out in a stress rash.
I will ask her if me and the other guys have it. Is there's anything we can do to help so she can focus on Gani?
Yeah, if well, no, cause it's my ass, and he um uh, there's a man who steps out from behind back from the back area where the bathroom is, and comes out and he says, "I'm back. I'm sorry, I had to use the restroom." And it's a large black man who's kind of just interacting with some stuff, and he begins to look down and use a little flat spatula to begin counting more of the pills. And she says, "I can't really because it's technically, I don't think you guys will be able to help because um my boss like only physicians are supposed to be able to count the medication. I'm sorry. Thank you for trying to help though. And in the back of her mind, you can say I wish someone could help because this is ridiculous. And then she goes back and hands you a stim pack and she says this should help. Make sure.
Please, stand back me.
I'm gonna stim pack it.
Do you have?
Go ahead and move up 4 HP, and heal up your arm as
Okay.
the exposed metal of Gon's skeleton gets swallowed up in a storm of flesh, creating a new scar on his arm, another scar across his scarred body. Um, uh, it creates a storm of knitting flesh back onto his arm, a little bit too reminiscent of Flesh Skinner's work. As his
Back to
arm
10.
begins to tie itself up together, the skin knits itself back into an approximation of what was supposed to be before the damage was done.
I'm gonna poke it with
Oh,
the scar.
thank God.
Let me see if I can give you an infection.
Should
Thanks.
Stimpaks be able to do that? Should we be concerned about that?
I'm rolling, by the way. Yeah, do stim packs do that?
Stimpaks instantly heal a injury, at least one injury.
Oh, good. Okay. But the whole narration of like flesh, especially the comparison to Flesh Skinner,
Yeah.
is that normal for stim packs? Or did
It,
I just pull an Eldritch Horror?
uh, it is not normal for Stimpaks, no.
Great. Okay.
His arm knitted back faster than anyone you've ever seen take a Stimpak.
Nice. Well, I'm not concerned because I feel a lot better. How do I get to roll for this infection?
Yeah, roll me a endurance survival check.
Got it.
I like how you say "get to" like you're wanting the infection.
Boom.
No, you do not have
He
an
was about to just
infection.
give it to me.
You do not
You
have an
made it.
infection.
You goddamn right. I don't even know what an infection is.
Yeah.
Infections? What are those? Never heard of them before.
Well, I'm relieved because that healed a lot faster than most of these other scars. So that's very nice. I'm taking a breath. I'm gonna go sit by that water fountain because I have some good memories there.
Can we buy some additional stim packs from the pharmacist while we're here?
Yeah. She looks around and she says, you need more? Give me 1 second." And she reaches over. How many do you need?
Um, how much? How much for each of them?
Let me see the stim pack cost. She's gonna charge you full price and then some. Because it's a pharmacy, and
Gotta
uh,
make those margins.
yep.
Don't you have some bartering skills? Haggle.
I do.
It would be 50 caps for each stim pack. She would charge you 55.
Oh, don't you have a new inventory thing?
I do, but I
Inventory?
don't have the merchant set up for this.
Oh, okay.
If I bought 5 stim packs, would she give me a bulk discount, bringing them down to 40, 200 total?
Make me a barter check, and I will make a barter check for her.
Can I roll with luck for this?
You can, yes.
You need to?
I want to.
Does it help? Is what I meant.
Uh, it brings me up from 8 to 12, which I think might be useful for this.
Okay.
Yeah, that got me an extra success that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So
Yeah, you managed to meet her difficulty, and um, as she's just um she's like stammering and like thinking about it and figuring out tabulations. You actually don't need to say anything to her. You don't really barter with her so much as she mistypes something into her cash register in her nervous state.
That's funny.
She will sell it to you for about 200 total for 5 stim packs.
We got a deal.
And I will add you can go ahead and add 5 stim packs. Do you know how to add stuff from the compendium?
I can figure it out real quick.
Okay, all the way on the right end where you see the gears, to the left of that is the compendium.
Yeah.
Type in consumables. It should open up.
Consumables, chems, stim pack.
You can drag that over into your character sheet.
Okay, I am back now. Sorry, I had to deal with roommate.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
just narrating the
I'll get
fact
him
that.
up to date.
Okay.
Let's go to the AFK channel. That's kind of fun.
What?
I can't talk over there.
Yeah, you can't.
We need like a sidebar channel.
I was gonna say like, I was just gonna describe to him real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Essentially, as you guys re-entered town, observed Ganayegi, you guys were all focused on him. You all noticed that Ganayegi's arm, which was exposed by the damage that was done to him, the bone exposed in his arm where he had been hit by the car, um, had a metallic sheen to it. His bones did not look like bones. They looked a little bit different. You guys ran him over. He was still bleeding though, so it was possibly something you might dismiss as like a phantom of vision, but he definitely had bones that were colored differently than normal.
Actually, DM, I think the car ran him over, not us.
Yeah.
The bones that can have, do they look like what would be pre-war uh s- uh bone replacement parts when it came to some people getting what would be like or hip replacement or joint replacement?
A little bit. They do look a little bit like a metal replacement with metal rods. Like in certain points, you can see like fixed adjustment points, like uh, on his hand, where like possible structures that aren't typically normal. Like if you were, make me a medicine check.
What kind of check?
A medicine check for Marcus, because Marcus is inquiring about like something medical about Ganayegi.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can definitely
Wow.
tell. Like for one, there is no implanted rod or anything. There's no devices in his arm, but Ganyagi's bones are made of some sort of metal.
Again, again, uh,
Yeah.
there's something off with your inner body. Do you know what is exactly wrong with that? And I point to the middle
Something wrong.
exos.
My arm is bleeding. I just
Look,
stimpacked.
yeah, your bone, they are made out of metal.
Yeah, all of them are made out of metal.
You don't find that odd.
No, that's. I was just born this way, I guess.
Can I
Nobody
read
else
it?
has metal bones, but
Can I read
I
his
believe
thoughts
it was
on
a
this?
gift given to me.
Yeah, give me charisma speak check, difficulty 1.
I, with Marcus' knowledge of what would be limited pre-war experiments,
I don't
does
know why I'm
a
holding speech.
does, does a metal skeleton seem out of place?
It is extremely out of place. Like it's not a normal thing. Uh,
Mm.
Carter, you notice in the depths of or not in the depths, on the surface of Ganayegi's mind, Ganayegi's just like, yeah, it's perfectly normal. This is the way people should be.
There's a gift given to me. It's tribal, it's spiritual. And if he's asking, like, I'm pointing in at my other scars, right? Saying like, yep, metal here, metal there, right? And it's kind of like an implication that I survived because of that metal. Like these are pretty brutal scars, just to take out most people.
You're
Okay,
get
that's
you're getting the feeling that like all the locations where the scars are, like Ganayegi suffered a blow deep enough to have severed that arm, and it didn't sever. Or to sever like a particular part of the body, but like it hit this metallic bone structure and uh, did not continue through to do more damage.
uh, the bone. It is metal throughout, not just connected to flesh.
Um, the bone is connected to flesh, yes, as it would be in most bodies, but it is when exposed, like it was with the car scraping across him. Um, it the part that you saw his knuckles and exposed like tarsals were all metallic underneath the blood that was like pouring off of it where the skin was ripped off. And you did notice when he got a stim pack from the pharmacy, you guys stopped by a store called the pharmacy. Actually, as you opened the door, like the little P that's been nailed up like 3 or 4 times, 8 or 9 times, uh, it popped off as you guys entered the door.
And totally wasn't ominous or anything.
Yeah. And it spelled out pharmacy on the front door instead of just pharmacy. Um, the P popped off, and as you entered in, you guys got a stim pack and like stemmed Ganayegi, and his flesh seemed to knit together faster than anyone's you've ever seen when they take a stim pack.
I The way his flesh regrew, was it faster than a glowing one or go regeneration?
It was as fast. The only thing you can compare it to is Flesh Skinner's work. It was faster than a ghoul's healing factor. It was about as strong as the healing factor on Flesh Skinner's golems and other creatures.
And did he show up when we were getting ready to deal with Flesh Skinner?
I was
No,
there
Uh,
for
y-
he
the.
showed up when you used a luck point to summon the Florida man.
Was it? Yeah, but wasn't that like when we were getting ready to go into Flesh Skinner's lair?
It was, yeah. Just the episode before.
Hmm.
again, during your
Hmm.
time alive, did rate did radi did was were you ever injured by radiation or poison?
And no, that's another one of my gifts. Others will turn into ghouls, but I don't.
That is rather quite strange.
I I know, but I was blessed with these gifts so that I can achieve my ultimate life's purpose, which uh, I hope has something to do with this white rabbit and these visions I've been having.
And Gon, you do recollect that you have had more visions in the past. You have had several visions, including one of meeting certain individuals, which is why you decided to follow them. Like previous visions you've had when imbibing Radgrass made you see like a party, like a woman of blue, uh, uh, two unliving ones, and a large green one.
Mm, no doubt, no doubt. I definitely am fated to be here, and I don't quite know why yet. And I'm very, I'm very like a little bit anxious about it. Um, because I do still feel isolated.
When it came to tales of tribal folk tales on the West Coast, do anything about men of metal ever came up when it came to tribal stories that Marcus would have known about?
Ooh, make me an intelligence
Yeah.
science check. This is gonna be difficulty 3.
Me?
No, no,
Ooh,
Marcus.
okay.
I'm going to use two of my personal action points to get a extra dice.
Okay. And I'm sorry I don't have a way to track that. I am looking for a module that will let me do that. Nice. Um, Marcus, you remember in the faintest of rumors there being a discussion from people that you've heard, from people you've run into as you were traveling into Dixie? Because Dixie extends all the way to New Orleans. As you were traveling through Dixie and through other locations, you heard rumors from people who used to live um, in the uh, in the capital wasteland of tale of individuals who were not quite human and metal creatures that came from uh, a place only rumored to be called the Institute. No one knows what or where the Institute is, but at most, like people have talked about metal bots running around in the wasteland and humans that aren't quite human.
And
Gone. During your time alive, did you saw any other men like you?
No, and I have seen metal people before. They kind of like got gears that help them move, and they uh, shot lasers and had little saw hands.
Robots, but not men of uh, metal then. Do the word the Institute come to mind?
No.
Make me an endurance survival check, Ganayegi.
Did they? Wow, I crit.
No, it's never come to mind.
Wait, I succeeded.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it never come to mind.
Okay, well, it's probably just a gift from the divine then.
They say
Which
God is dope.
They do say God is dope. And David says, "Oh my God, you aren't one of those now, are you, El?"
Look at him, man. He survived getting hit with a car. Maybe God is dope.
Well, we really
I
have to have a talk about these cults that you keep joining. First us, and
Dave,
then now the Freedom Bells, or the.
uh,
Or shake the
David,
freedom belt.
David, would you consider a cult if it were the organized religion uh, going back 300 years or older? A cult still, if it were the original organized religion in that world then?
I mean, I think most of it's bullshit, but yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm not a science person. I don't know what. I don't really know. Listen, I know what's weird when I see it.
David, there are many things between this, the world we are in, and in the heavens that are unexplainable until science or the rational reason can explain those unknowns.
And he just kind of points at you and he says, "Yeah, I kind of got that." And he's like insinuating towards your skin and the fact that you glow.
It is a combination of a experimentation upon a what would have been the process to make a goal. What it's mostly science, really.
Okay, so everything can be explained by science then.
More or less to a certain extent, yes, but some things just cannot be explained by science at all.
Oh yeah, and you want to tell me one thing? He's like he's not really like super invested in this. He's kind of half like
Um,
mocking you. He's like
uh,
he,
faith, healing. the sham, but also it's true to a certain extent.
Oh, you believe people can just wait? I mean, like, what is faith healing? I actually have no idea.
Oh, it's through the power of faith to a divine being being cured or treated of a illness or injury. And for people that had experienced the miracle itself, they believe it to be real.
I'd have to see it to believe it, bud. But
Uh, don't worry. A lot of the time, it was uh, was a was a fraud show for people just to be scammed in my day. But it did exist on some on a small show on multiple fronts I served in.
you kind of sound like one of them. You ain't one of those dreamers, are you?
No, when you have served uh, in three militaries across the 150 years, there are a lot of things in the field of service that you never get to have a proper explanation of.
Hmm. And he just kind of like he's not really super invested in the conversation. He's mostly just trying to rile you up. But he's like, okay, and then he just kind of
Uh,
drops it.
Either way, we should get better gear if we're going to make it. Also, maybe there are some leads to follow up on the Steve and Lacey individ- individual, both of you know, if we can locate them.
Yeah, I would love to find Steve. He owes me about $5 or 5 caps.
He
Uh,
still owes you? Wow.
Maybe uh, we can check the local watering holes.
And I actually, as you mentioned, watering holes. Everyone has come out about a minute ago. Everyone came out from almost like in unison from their different stores. Everyone's come out from the on it's like a clear overcast, cloudy day. Uh, it's a nice sun coming down. Everyone comes out of their stores and locks up for the day, and you see you see Miss Bell coming out of her door, and she's locking up for the day, and you see people like flooding into town. Um, uh, Ready and willing to they're all preparing for the festival. They're heading towards certain areas where there's like a fair area for the festival. A large number of them are heading in one direction, like kind of in unison, moving uh, to the left, like this way, along the road towards a specific area west of west of the historic square.
I'm
Let's see
following.
what let's see what is going on there.
As you guys follow them, I'll go ahead and move you over to the other screen. They are headed towards the Stone Mountain viewing lawn. Uh, you guys get up to a large, long, like almost rectangular lawn that's been cut out, where like trees have been cleared away, and it's just a long field that would typically be used for like planting, but it appears like people have dedicated this area as like a area where people can celebrate a festival. Uh,
Well, it's Halloween, right?
it is Halloween, yeah, and people are preparing, and like you can hear a bunch of people talking. Kids are joking around, running up to people like trick or treat, and you can people are smiling, handing them gumdrops or whatever other pre-war candies are still available, or like occasionally like mutt fruit candies that have been like candied with snaptail sugar.
Does David know what's going on here? I don't know if David's been around this town long enough to. I know we're all new here, right? Somebody tell me what's going on.
Halloween.
Yeah. How the what?
You know, you say trick or treat, get some candy. Halloween.
Oh, it's a old world holiday. Go back to pagan faith, religion long before my time.
Oh,
And
so there's stuff older than you, huh?
Yes,
Yeah, if you can
there,
believe it.
yeah, there are even people who did believe there were space, aliens from space and revered them as like a godlike being, but those were more like cults that people didn't take seriously.
oh, I believe in those beings. That's where the Swamp Father comes from. So Halloween is to celebrate the Swamp Father?
No, a swamp father.
Yeah. David walks up to me. It's exactly that, buddy. Halloween is all about the Swamp Father. We swamp this, we swamp that.
He's right.
Awesome. Oh, cool. Cool sound effects. So what are they handing out again? Food?
They're handing out different candies. Everybody's like passing around food that's been prepared, like little candied mute fruit, like an apple mutated, and it's like been candied in like snaptail sugar. Like snaptail is a reed that grows by water, and it's been reduced into like a sugar that's like more available than like water cane, and then like people candied the mute fruit in it, so it's like candied fruit basically because they don't have like pre-war candies.
Is there anything closely tribal? Like, is there a sweet thing that the tribal person might recognize?
They have candied meats.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna naturally gravitate towards somebody who's giving those out.
Yeah. One individual comes up. He says, "Hi, how may I help you?"
uh,
Say the line.
what do I say?
You say trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, that's right, buddy. He reaches into his pocket and he says, "I hope all's well." And he hands you over some candied candied Mirelurk jerky.
All right, I'm gonna reach out with my good hand and just take a bite to see how good it is.
It tastes like a sweet dried honey maple almost uh, meat. It like the crumbliness uh, uh, of the Mirelurk jerky of a kind of lobster crustacean creature meat. Kind of gives way to like a crumbling like kind of like brown sugar experience.
Wow, I am surprised that someone just handed me this. I am going to save some in my pack.
Okay.
And then, engaging with my more natural kid mindset, I'm gonna keep doing this because this is great.
Yeah, can we just roll to see how much candy we get?
Yeah. Roll me 2d20.
Everybody,
Yeah.
this is gonna be
Everybody
Charlie
just
Brown
trick or
style.
treat.
I got a rock.
Just random 2d20?
Yeah, 2d20.
Okay. Oh no, I really did get a rock.
Someone handed you a rock by accident, Ganayegi. It wasn't even intentional. It wasn't like a diss or like a rude thing. They just reached in their packet and like thought it was like a candied mute fruit. Elliot, you get 19 pieces. Jonathan, you get 18 pieces of we'll say gumdrops or candy. I'll have to add some a candy item.
Uh,
Uh,
what the? Marcus is going to say trick.
Trick. And one of them is going to bring over a bucket of water. He says, "Trick, trick, trick!" And they all start laughing and cheering. And they bring over a bucket of water. And David, wanting nothing to do with this, backs away from you a little bit because he's been dunked enough. And
I want to. I want to drag, drag, drag David, so he's going to get done.
okay, and he as you hold him close to you, listen, not again, damn it! And
It's hilarious.
they dump the bucket over both of you. It's a bucket big enough that like 2 or 3 men have to carry it over to you. and say, "Trick, trick, trick, trick."
Some things never change.
I swear by the end of
Okay,
this, I'm gonna
okay.
drown one of you guys.
Everybody got their licks in. Okay.
Yeah, for real.
Uh,
Soaking wet
call it ca-
debuff.
ca- call it group initiation when everyone get you wet.
Nice. All right, David. Did David get any candy?
Let me see if David got any. Like, he got 11 pieces.
Nice. If I roll a complication, I get a rock, but I'm assuming I still get some candy,
You got
right?
8 pieces, yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, also is this, we're adults asking for candy, and
Yeah.
are there a lot of kids here?
There are several kids here. There are kids all over there, all over the place, asking for candy as well. Some of them are a little cheeky as well, and like every time you can hear someone yell "Yay!" they're asking for a treat or a trick, and they're dumping water on them. And it kind of seems like an extremely extravagant celebration, especially in the even in the Dixielands. Like using water like this is kind of like a um, it would be a big no-no to someone like Elliot. Like using water like this is extremely um,
Wasteful.
wasteful. That's probably why the lawn is so green, to be honest.
Is there a bin of water with apples to play a a classic Halloween game at some festivals?
There are some tents closer towards the bottom of the statue, and you guys, as you approach and you look up from the viewing lawn, you can see a massive statue that has been blasted by the nukes during the Great War when the bombs dropped. And visible on the statue are three great creatures that none of you have seen except for maybe Marcus and maybe Carter. None of you have ever seen these creatures in your life. They look like four strong-legged, strong-muscled, four-legged animals with like long, elongated snout heads.
DM,
Uh,
did you take a page out of Starfield and kill off the dogs and
I'm gonna tap Marcus and ask what that
there
is.
there are
I
no horses in America in the in Fallout.
I there are horses. Just if go with the old Fallout Bible, down south where Mexico is for last patches of area wasn't affected by radiation as much, but that's our game. Oh.
So only in Mexico, yes. But the
Uh,
horses aren't as prevalent. The pack Brahmin are prevalent. Like as you guys look over towards the mountain, you guys see like uh, three figures, three bodies atop these creatures that you guys, Elliot, you don't recognize what this animal is, and Gon, you don't recognize what this animal is. But the three figures, their faces are missing. It appears like they are black spots where like something, probably the impact of the blast, caused the statue there to like erode or be blasted or just absolutely crushed or away, and like instead are like three large black spots where the faces would have been.
Hmm.
uh
And is it from a blast or is it intentionally done?
Roll me an intelligence science check.
Not gonna go well for me. Let's see.
the blast, it just directed it at the face.
The blast mostly has just erased away the face. All of you roll me an intelligence science check if you'd like. John Carter, you recognize like from it. It takes you a second to see it, because you are far enough away from this. Like the Stone Mountain is massive, on its own, and so is the city that surrounds it. It takes you a second staring at it. You see scaffolding, and you see that someone is like there's equipment on the scaffolding, It appears that someone has been carving away the faces of the stone mountain.
Revisionist history.
They're
Well, I'm gonna
carving they're
go.
carving from top down and making it flatter and flatter and flatter. And everyone says you should stay, you should stay. As you guys gathered different candies. Are you eating the candies,
I'm
I'm.
actually. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to feed some of the candy to Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs? As you feed Mr. Krabs, like he grows one size a little bit larger, and he grows a little bit more purplish. He was becoming very red. He grows a little bit more purplish, a little bluer because of the color of the mute fruit. He is nearing maturity. He is a rather large, almost dog-sized creature now.
Would John or Marcus know of who these people faces should represent?
Um, Carter, are you a knowledgeable person about history? Not like IRL, but like in character.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Um, I would kind of figure so.
Carter, you recognize this as like three individuals, especially because you lived your entire ghoul life and former life in the South, like in Atlanta. You recognize that these three were the former Confederate individuals.
Yeah, I'm out. Seeing these faces get erased, I'm kind of going to smirk a bit. I don't know if anybody will catch on to that.
That's why I made the revisionist history joke.
What's so funny?
Oh, and also say, some bad men are finally getting their due.
Are you pointing up towards the step mountains so she understands?
Yeah.
And
Oh, those
everyone,
were great.
as you point, someone says, "Yeah, yeah. Well, there'll be a light show later today. Everybody should stay. You should stay."
I'm ready to eat some candy and smoke some radgrass.
Uh, go if you guys are gonna smoke radgrass. Let me know.
That's what I'm going to do. I just got a bunch of like really good food.
Looking at the crowd here, does it seem to be the majority of the town population is here?
Yeah, majority of the town population, almost all of the town is here. Like, it's a huge viewing lawn. It's like several thousand people have gathered together in this area.
Right. Group, as much as enjoying the festivities sounds like a good idea, I'm going to use this opportunity to check out the church and sunset aesthetics. As I'm not going to have a golden opportunity like this to uh, investigate those places without a crowd being around.
And I'll move you guys to the view of Stone Mountain in general.
Close the city, you mean?
Yeah, or Solstice City. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
hey, it's got labels and names now. Nice.
Yep.
where's the viewing lot?
Right here.
Oh, right next.
That's where you guys are. Sunspot Synthetics. It'll take you some time. Make me a
Uh,
perception survival check to find
uh,
out.
and unless if anyone else want to accompany Marcus, he can just go there by himself.
Yeah, I want to stay and enjoy the festivities.
Okay. I'll move you guys back and try and figure out a way to
Uh,
move just one
I,
of you.
you can just do theater of the mind more or less for Marcus.
Marcus,
So
it's gonna take you about 15 minutes to find it.
okay, so at the synthetics place, do I see anything out of place at the back doors?
You see that it is a kind of out of place building. It's made of like metal rather than wood or stone, and it's made of glass. Like it appears to be a much more modern building, almost like uh, pseudo modern. Like appears to be like an imitation of pre-war fabrication. Um,
The back the back door, does it what kind of lock does the place have?
it's a weak lock. Like if you were gonna lockpick this, it would be no trouble.
Okay, I will try to lock it.
Okay.
So is it just perception or is it agility?
Just perception or agility, either one, whichever is higher level for you.
Yeah, two successes.
You succeed and you manage to bust your way into the building. It doesn't appear that any alarm has been set off, and
Okay,
you're able to kind of navigate your way in. There appears to be a stairwell that is locked, uh, going further down into the building, and it's locked with a like there's a cover over something, like you can move it, like, but there appears to be a bookshelf next to it.
do I see any thing mm, related to the institute?
You do see a symbol that is very reminiscent all over the building. It is a the Vitruvian Man symbol, like underneath things and on books on the bookshelf.
Are there any books that that I can take as proof?
Yeah, one of the books you take Human Anatomy, uh, uh, Human Anatomy and Synthetic Materials. It's got a Vitruvian Man on the cover. Like it's an orange and white symbol.
I Besides for the books, are there any just materials just lying around that?
There are synthetic armor pieces that laying behind the counter. There is one particular standout among every other item that you see is a like an Institute pistol, an Institute's laser pistol. It doesn't look like
I
a regular laser gun. It doesn't look like a ray gun. It looks like something you haven't ever seen before. It's like molded plastic and things. It looks almost 3D
okay.
printed.
I would take the institute pistol.
Okay.
And what else? What else is there?
Nothing much else, but there is like a cover next to the door that leads further in. That if you slide the cover off, it's a handprint signature.
Okay. The shelf. How heavy is it to move?
It would take you like it would be a difficulty 4, like strength athletics check to move it.
Okay. Okay. I'm look like I'm not going to get anything else. So I'm just going to go try leave the place and try to make the door look like it is locked still.
Okay.
And then the church.
Uh,
Uh,
the church appears to be like very heavily boarded up. Appears to be they did not want anybody to access this building or use it anymore.
okay. So, is there any way for me to o- loosen one of the boards for me to get for me to get in that way?
Yeah, make me a strength athletics check, difficulty 2.
Hmm. I will use 2 action points for extra roll.
Okay.
I will use a luck point to re-roll that.
Okay. Nice.
So two.
So you got 2 successes. Um, I as you peel back the door, the the boards one by one, you open up the church into a dusty like large cathedral atrium. And it appears that this place has not been touched in, it must be years now.
I do I see what would have happened the last activity in here that had the least amount of dirt?
Uh, it appears that somebody recently took a book out from the 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 words are failing me. The podium near the front, the podium where people, the pulpit.
Words fail to describe this stand.
Yeah.
Uh, beyond the book taking, were there any items of interest around me to hint
Yeah.
at
All throughout
this
the
this place this
all,
place were the dreamers base of some kind?
all throughout the church are different quilt work and like different patterns like white and blue, white and red and blue quilt work done in different areas with different patterns, and there is bells, small little bells like replicas of the Liberty Bell, hung everywhere, like on rafters and other areas. Like there's little bells hung next to areas where candles would have been lit, old candles that have been put out and not touched in a long time.
Dreamers. Would Marcus know if they would have hidden doors or
No,
anything?
Marcus,
No.
you wouldn't know anything like that if they had hidden spots or anything like that. Make me a
Uh,
perception survival check if you want to search though. No, you don't.
uh,
You don't really find much. Like you're looking around to see if there's like a hidden room or anything, but like just in so much dust and like hanging in the air and like on things, and you trying to like not get noticed, keeping an eye out for anybody like who might be checking around the buildings in the historic
uh,
square. You don't.
okay.
You don't really notice anything.
The church, the bells. Is there anything on the walls where they hang?
Um, on one of the walls it reads liberty for all, freedom for all, great or small, uh, and then on another one of the walls it reads I have a dream.
Okay, so it look like I'm not going to find anything of interest here. I will leave and just put the board back to make it look like I wasn't there.
But you clearly have a book that Marcus, you are aware enough of what people have said. This symbol represents the institute. You have a book that represents the institute. You know in some way, in some fashion, Sunswat Synthetics is some way tied to the Institute.
Good. I will go back to the festival and be normal.
Are you rolling to smoke some radgrass, you guys? Carter included?
Yeah, baby.
Alright, roll me a d20, both of you guys. The
Mm,
window for a failure is going to be a little bit increased up to a 15.
Just one.
So anything above a
Just one.
15, yeah, just one. Nope, Ganayegi does not have a vision.
uh,
Elliot does not have a vision. Carter, are you smoking? You taking that reef?
sure, why not?
We formed a circle and we're passing.
Carter, the 17 means you go on a vision. Uh,
Even though I've got that safe store brand Radgrass.
yeah, it's still getting affected by the proximity that.
Well, he double rolled.
Yeah, he double rolled. I'm taking the lowest one though, because he double rolled, so I get to do that.
Alright, DM, describe my trip. what the hell happened to me.
I am currently looking it up. Uh,
Maybe to save some inventory management. Narratively, I got high and ate all my candy.
That's good to know.
Your face is sticky.
I've got jam hands. Is I know there's like a shop for buying this. Is culturally smoking weed in a public setting would be a little taboo. What's the norm in this? Is it's like
They grow
like
it here. They just like it's like a normal thing that they do
it's
here.
it's a regular normal thing that people do here. Like as long as you're like a basic level resident, like the lowest level of like member of
it's
Dixie
like
that you can
eating?
be. Yeah, it's like eating.
Yeah, I was like, you go to any of these things in real life, there's always that like one wind that blows the smell of some really skunky weed across you. And you're like, someone's here getting high. Narrative, narrative, narrative.
Okay. I'm looking for it. He experiences when he.
Don't let them pressure you. Take your time.
Is Marcus back yet?
Yeah, Marcus, have you navigated your way back?
I would assume so. I would have had gotten back by now.
Do I notice his new pistol?
The Bokedan pistol, it is on my person and bag somewhere, so I'm hiding it. As don't want to cause a scene with it.
Gotcha.
Where'd you go?
So, I went and took care of some personal business while our the hour was perfect.
Hmm.
I the party can try to guess inside what Marcus is doing
Can I
for.
read his mind? Figure out what he was doing?
Oh, nice.
He's just gonna. That's cheating. Do it.
I will allow it.
This
DM.
is Thomas.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to describe it to you whenever you're ready.
All right.
Okay. Uh,
Charisma speech.
Yep. You succeed?
Nice.
okay, so
Yeah, I think.
it's just only surface thoughts only.
Yeah, surface thoughts only.
Okay, so John would know know that uh, uh, Marcus found a institute pistol and a book related to synthetic beings with the institute symbol in the uh, sunset
Synthetics.
synthetics. The church Marcus thinks is or was used as a group base of operation of some kind.
You're not.
It,
What do you say?
I was gonna say, is that Institute pistol like I could hear his thoughts thinking about like somewhere like reasonably visible on him?
Yeah, it would be in his bag, hoping no one look deep enough with what junk is in it.
So you got to hit it in your bag.
Yes, you have to thoroughly look for it.
Okay. I'll 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 ask. Does this have to do with that synthetics place you were looking into?
Yes, I will explain later once I have checked out more details. I don't want to come to no conclusions. That is wrong.
And as you notice this, Carter, like the trip begins as you are middle of this conversation, hearing the yay woo of the crowd. The sounds of the city, the chatter, the market noises, the hum of everything, the shouts and like conversations behind you fade into a low, indistinct murmur. Carter, you find yourself standing alone on a desolate street. The cobbled roads beneath your feet are cracked. The stones are glowing faintly, casting a sickly greenish hue. The buildings are distorted and warped as if stretched by time and tension. This street should feel familiar. It's Solstice City, but everything is wrong. There is a coldness in the air that feels unnatural, and there's a sense that you are being watched. The bright lights of the city center, the pride of Solstice City, flicker in the distance, and an iconic City Hall castle, its stone walls rising above the city, looms ominously in the fog. In the distance, like in a fog rolling over Stone Mountain, the only thing you can see is this City Hall castle, and it looms like larger than life over the distance. Suddenly you hear voices. At first they're nothing more than faint whispers, but they growl louder and more frantic with each passing second, and they appear to have the faces of the people in the crowd that you just saw. Uh, turn back. Turn back before it's too late. Don't trust the light. Don't look at the light. Run. Run. You'll forget everything. The voices overlap, creating an almost cacophonous wave of sound towards you. Carter, you feel an unsettling pressure in your chest, like you're being pulled towards something or someone who means you harm. The buildings around you pulse in sync with the lights that are coming from the city's center. Every pulse feels like it's pulling you closer until you're like pulled by someone around you and you're pulled out of the this trip.
I sort of imagine, because of like the timing of this, I'm like chatting with Marcus, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking these edibles ain't shit, and then like my eyes just sort of go wide, and I just freeze up.
Thank you,
Uh,
kid.
John, get any bad feeling that we should just get out of this place before something bad happens?
And as you mention that, like it's transitioning to a darker night as like time has been passing by. Uh, and it's dark enough now that a light can be seen on the wall of Solstice City as like everyone cheers, light show, light show.
While this has been going on, I put on my big green jacket and I pretend to be Swamp Daddy.
Yeah, tent. F- uh, the tent. Does it have a flap open?
It does have a flap open, yeah.
Okay. Uh, does does the when it comes to the institute's tales, do there anything have to do with lights?
Not that you can think of, but you haven't seen the vision that Carter has seen, so.
Okay.
Carter, as they yell light show, you get a horrible pang in your heart, and like you can feel like almost a panic is striking you at this point.
Okay. Uh, Marcus may be a bit paranoid, but he's going to get into the tent and try to see if that protect him from the light if it happening any effect.
Okay. Uh, as you like kind of head into the tent, like everyone else is like come out of it, like getting ready to watch the light show on the walls of the flat wall of Stone Mountain to see the different light show figures that are happening on the wall, like projected by a projector down this way. All right, come on, a projector down this way. But the light show is like showing on the walls of the mountain, and like you can hear music blasting as you kind of hide and duck in and like cover your ears. Marcus. Are any of you guys doing anything?
Oh yeah, I've been trying to scare children in the crowd.
Some of them are like, silly, and like they're smiling at you and like laughing, like, and they run off in the distance.
I
Perfect.
assume I'm still stuck in this trip since nobody's like trying to shake me out of it.
No,
Yeah.
Marcus did.
Marcus did, yeah.
Oh, I guess I missed that.
Yeah, Marcus pulled you and like pulled you to attention and like it pulled you out of your vision, but you were still experiencing a deep panic, like especially when people are yelling light show, light show. Are you following him into the tent?
Sure.
Have any of you eaten candy?
I have.
Yeah, he ate a bunch. Meyer, like Mr. Krabs, has eaten my candy.
All right, the light show is starting. As you hear the tones of like music from Apollo radio station begin to play, and everyone begins to cheer, and you hear uh, you see on the wall the giant symbol for Vault Tech and then Vault Boy dancing around, blowing like a little party blower, holding a balloon with a party hat. You see a little Vault Tech boy, and then it changes into different shapes. Like it changes into the shape of Georgia, and then shape of Stone Mountain being projected on Stone Mountain. And it changes into different shapes, like the flag of Dixieland, the blue, yellow, and green flag of Dixieland waving in with one white star where the 50 stars in the American flag would be. It's a blue, yellow, and green flag waving on the Stone Mountain wall. Uh, and you hear music playing "Georgia on My Mind" by Ray Charles, and you see all manner of different things. Make me an endurance survival check or an endurance science check. Difficulty 4. Elliot
I
and
uh,
Gon.
um,
Or
I did
Elliot,
I
you're the
did
only one who needs to make this actually. Gon.
did Johnny eat any of the candy?
I did not.
I would like to buy an extra D20 for my roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Very-
Gon, you do not have to make this check. Don't worry about it.
I would have passed anyway.
3 successes. Elliot, you begin to feel something wash over certain. Elliot, what is the thing that you prize and treasure most? What is the thing that's most special to you in life?
Gosh, at this point, probably my friends now that I've made.
Aww.
The friends we made along the way.
Elliot, you're beginning to see the flag of Dixie in your mind over their faces, like wrapping around their faces. In your memories, you're losing a touch with the memory of some of these people as like uh, Dixie takes prominence in your mind. Something is happening to you as you watch this light show. Make me another endurance survival check, difficulty 4.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Dave,
No, can I
did
look point that,
Yeah,
please?
you can luck point it.
I would
David
like to point
also eat the candy?
David did eat the candy, so I'll roll for him as well.
Oh gosh, I still didn't make it.
David, you and Elliot, David and Elliot both are beginning to like look transfixed, and I don't mean like just really absorbed in the show. They look like eyes being dilated or transfixed on this light show. They cannot look away as more and more visions of different things in Dixieland, like different animals like showing up, different creatures. This light show lasts about 30 minutes. Elliot cannot look away, and David cannot look away. Elliot, the longer you stare, certain memories are coming to mind, and like the flag is wrapping around them. Uh, Elliot, what does your mother look like?
She has dark brown hair and she has kind of brown eyes and pale skin.
Do you have good feelings towards your mother?
Is that a question?
Was it a question? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very mixed. They're very mixed feelings.
Any mixed feelings or negative feelings you have are replaced by a strong sentiment of not Dixie. Any or the Yankees or the Brotherhood of Steel, like any sentiments that you have towards negativity are slowly being refaced. Like it feels like something in your mind and your memory is being touched. But you don't even know, you're not even really aware of what's happening. Like you're still transfixed on this wall. Is anyone interacting with Ellie or Gon? Are you doing anything? You see
Yeah.
both.
Clear up the state of everything. Somebody went into a tent to hide, and
Uh, John and Marcus are hiding in the tent. Elliot
I'm
is,
out here stoned.
yeah, Gon, you are stoned, but you see that Elliot is not just like stoned. She and David are like transfixed. Their eyes aren't just a little dilated; they're like dinner plates.
Hmm. Right, they're basically doing that cartoonish hypnotized eyes thing.
Yeah.
Like somebody had a stopwatch they put in front of them. Okay, I'm not affected. Do I notice anybody else who's not affected?
No. Everybody in this crowd is staring.
I'm gonna
Elliot,
do the hand wave in front of the face in front of
E-
Elliot and then David, depending on my success with my hand wave.
Elliot, make me a perception survival check.
Hmm.
Hey, maybe I could
Oh wait,
roll
that's
to
the wrong one.
assist.
For the split second where your hand completely covers her face, she tries to move and you're like keeping up pace with her, like with her moving left and right, like you're completely obscuring her vision of this wall. And she's trying to move to see it, Gone, and you're blocking it.
Yeah.
Like your mind is clearing a little bit when you aren't looking at this.
Can I move her? Like, can I physically push her, or is it almost like she's planted to the ground?
It's almost like she's planted to the ground. She wants to watch this.
Rotator.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's basically. Well, not. I want to basically like see if I can almost almost like she's sickly. I want to try to guide her to the tent where I see uh,
All right,
Marcus
Elliot,
and John.
roll me an athletics strength check, and you got to roll an athletics strength check as well, Gone, to beat hers.
Got it. Okay.
Elliot got a 1. You got to roll. Okay, you beat her, and you basically pick her up, like turn around. She is absolutely wrestling you, trying, and the whole time you pick her up, she looks over your shoulder up at the tent, not the tent, up at the wall of Stone Mountain.
No, you
Uh,
cut out.
Did
She
we
looks
lose
over
the
the tent on the
DM?
wall.
what'd you say?
You just cut out for just a half second.
You look up. She is like staring over your shoulder up at the wall of Stone Mountain. Like she is trying to keep getting a vision of this as you drag her into the tent.
Okay, but I got her in the tent.
You got her in the tent, yeah.
And does she like snap back to reality? Like
She.
there goes gravity.
It takes her a second. Like the dilation in her eyes is diminishing, and like she is coming to. And there's a Elliot. I want you to say this. Like under her voice, she says the phrase "all is well."
As well.
And uh, uh, Lee, are you okay?
I'm gonna go get David.
No, I'm not okay. What the fuck was that?
I That would be what in my time called a mental manipulation of visual effects, a simulation.
Those are
Can I roll to bring David in?
$10
Yeah,
words.
yeah.
Those are
You
I,
succeed.
$10
I,
words.
I,
Okay.
to uh, to put it in smaller words, that might show try to alter your perception of reality to whoever made that presentation ideas.
Elliot, roll me an intelligence science check, difficulty 1, to remember who is talking to you. Just barely, Elliot. Almost like you could see the flag and you're like mentally reaching towards it and ripping it down. It takes every effort of your mental faculty to rip down this flag off of his face mentally, like the I'm describing a scene that you're doing like with your own mind, and you're able to see Marcus again, and you remember his name, Marcus. Everyone around you, you are beginning to remember again, but like, uh, only just barely and only through great effort.
We've got to stop this. We've got to stop this light show.
Oh
Is it the
yes,
light show?
Look at what it
Holy
did to
cow.
Ellie.
I almost forgot you. I guess I didn't know who was talking to me just now.
wonderful work indoctrination tactics. I thought they died back in the older world.
It's crazy, dude.
Somebody check on David.
Uh,
I this may be a crazy plan, but if possible, so one of us should turn off the projector if we can, if we think that not going to cause too much of a distraction
I think you
to
should.
have eyes on us.
I think you should take a shot, or I can go out there.
No, a shot would make sound at the very least of tamper with the machine to give us time to went off and people just think it was a machine malfunction.
you could lay up
Okay,
a
so
shot
do I
from the
just
tent, from the tent. Like I'm just saying,
do I
like
just
Uh,
walk up and
uh,
smash it?
no, just cause enough damage for the machine to stop working
How do I
for
cause damage to it?
uh,
uh, let the I think I have idea how the machine works. Let me or John handle that. We don't want to make it look like a obvious uh, outsider caused damage to it.
Is it safe for you to go out there?
as Elliot begins to step out, she glances and she is drawn towards looking at that mountain.
Oh, so it's still pulling her in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
John, keep David and Ellie there. I don't want to have them be enthralled anymore. I will try to tamper with the light projector, and if I am successful, we will all meet up back at the inn that we all stayed at.
What if I
Gotcha.
close my eyes?
I don't.
If you
Close
close
your
your
eyes.
eyes, it does work for a second, except for the music is still playing.
Oh, dang.
Give me the rope. I'm tying you and David up.
Yeah, my worry is this indoctrination. It will take more to undo and unravel its influence.
Are you okay with being tied to the one of the tent poles?
I guess so.
I don't think I could hold you back. I
The music as
know
it
you're
plays,
stronger than me
Elliot,
after we go through
is
David in the
is
water.
compelling you to try and look at the mountain. Like something is saying inside your head, ever so slightly. Look, 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 like a constant like command.
Yeah, look, I don't say this often, but you're gonna have to tie me up.
Yeah, I'm doing it like snap, snap, snap. Hey, focus. And then how's David reacting to all this? Have we got him to snap out?
David's trying to get up and walk outside to look at the mountain.
Yeah, okay. So I'm
This
gonna drag those two over to the tent, and hopefully I don't know if it's a strength check or I can just have Marcus and John assist me real quick.
It's gonna be a strength athletics check. It'll only be difficulty 1 because like Elliot is complying with you and Elliot's the strongest of you.
Okay. Well, I got it. So there we go.
Yeah, so you're able to tie them both to the central tent pole.
Hey, Marcus, I don't. Uh, you might want to come back to the tent real quick after you disrupt the thing, in case that doesn't necessarily dispel the illusion.
Marcus, did you eat any of the candy?
No.
No. Okay.
I will go to the projector.
As you approach the projector, it's a large box at the top of the hill. Like the hill is a sloped hill towards the bottom where there's a little like pond in front of the stone mountain. And there is a large sloped hill. At the top of the hill is a box, a great building where like the projector is coming from. You can see the light of the projector coming out of the hole where it's being projected from. And inside the building, like the building is lit up. You see several guards standing outside of the box of the building, and inside one of the windows you see Mr. Oglethorpe standing in the room where the projector is. Mr. Oglethorpe, governor of Dixieland.
Okay, so I with a precise shot, can I damage the light projector?
So much
You
for sneaking up there.
you would need a precise shot.
Yeah, I thought you were sneaking up.
Okay, so I will try to get create as much distance uh, from me to the tower and
Okay.
try to use as much of the cover as possible to try to cover my presence.
Okay. It's
I,
only going to be a difficulty 1. You just need to roll to succeed this shot because you have a long range weapon, so you will be able to make this shot easily. Carter, do you have you eaten the any of the candy?
what? I'm assuming you asked me if I had any of this candy. The question is no, or the answer is no.
Answer is no. Okay.
You're breaking up there, so.
Yeah, I need to
Uh,
check on what's happening to my
uh,
mic.
I wait. I do have a dirty water bottle. So can I make a quick improvised silencer or suppressor with with that and just some breaks to try to just suppress the sound a bit?
What's your repair skill?
3.
3. Roll me an intelligence or agility repair.
I'm gonna be kind of confused as to where Marcus went, but I'm gonna like continue trying to sneak up towards the box.
2 successes.
You succeed. This for one shot. This is going to be dulled by the sound of the water, but the bullet is going. It's going to be a difficulty 2 because the bullet is having to travel through water.
Okay, I will use a and use my last action point on this. Yeah, just for all intended purposes, just assume I just bought some ammo.
That is the mountain that you're going towards, John. The box is this way.
Oh, it's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sweet successes.
You manage to land a shot, and the you hear a crack as the projector pops open, and you hear someone cursing from inside the box. You can hear someone saying, "Get it repaired! Get it repaired now! Figure all of you, get out there and find out who did this."
Okay, so I go to the tent and get everyone to go back to town quickly, as we cause a disturbance.
As
Did we
everyone in
get
the crowd
discovered?
just kind of like uh um just kind of like boos and sighs, and like they just go about their business, go back to business as usual. Like for a while they kind of mill about, like for like 30 minutes they mill about in the center of town, or in this area. Like almost everyone in town is in this crowd. For about 30 minutes they kind of just mill about, and then they begin to return to their homes.
Okay. So he didn't get discovered taking that shot. It's
No.
No. Like if you
alright.
guys are staying among the crowd, Like it takes you about 30 minutes. The people are searching through the. I need one of you to make a sneak check. Like whoever's going to be the head of this party.
Oh yeah,
Probably
obviously not
Marcus,
me.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably Marcus.
Bless us, Marcus.
Is everyone okay with me using a party AP to get
Yeah.
a extra?
Yes. Do what you must.
You succeed. The trade marshals and the Red Clay Guard are looking around for somebody with a weapon, but you're able to hide amongst the crowd well enough that you and everybody else is kind of blending in and like moving together with the rest of the crowd towards the inn that you guys stayed at the last time that you slept in town.
Nice. Great job, Marcus. All right. Well, that was really weird. Ellie, are you still kind of like? Is I want to ask Ellie about how she's feeling because it clearly kind of made it hard for her to snap out, and I don't know if the light being broken was like a complete return to normal.
I don't know. Am I returned to normal?
I think you
Uh,
have to answer, Tam. Cloudheart.
she is, for the most part, back to normal. It is taking her a great amount of mental effort to focus on you guys well enough that she's able to remember who you are. Her mind is clearing as you give her time, like as it like about 30 minutes it like that you guys have to wait in the crowd. It clears away and the mental picture of the flag covering everything up is disappearing with every minute. You are able to remember your mother, but every time you think of her, there is a sour taste in your mouth.
Hmm. Thinking has always been hard, but now it's extra hard.
David is
Wait,
like deeply confused and like uh you could hear him muttering the whole time, uh, all is well.
uh,
Yeah, buddy, all is well. I think we're doing okay.
I like this new side of you, David. Uh, you know, John, maybe read David's mind there. Not saying I know you have that power, but it might be interesting.
DM, do I need to like do a stealth check or anything to sort of get back to him? Because I'm assuming like after I heard the shot in I was separated from Urcus, trying to head up towards it to like disable it manually. But I'm assuming after like I heard the shot and saw the projector go out, I'm trying to get back to the group.
Yeah, make me a stealth check, a sneak check. You only need a difficulty one.
Difficulty 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oof.
Uh, do you
Can I
want
spend a
to?
luck point to reroll?
Yeah.
Rip.
One of the guards begins to like look over in your direction and approach you, and like the crowd kind of steps in front of him, and like you disappear with the crowd. Like as the crowd passes by in front of him, you begin to walk with them towards the historic square. And you meet up with the rest of them kind of separately. Like you do that thing where the bus appears in front of the protagonist, and then the character disappears behind the bus.
All right, I'll take it, I guess.
And you guys are all standing outside of the the Lakeview Inn. As you guys are just kind of like discussing things amongst yourself. Are you reading David's mind?
Uh, sure.
Give me a charisma speak check, difficulty one. You succeed, and you succeed enough to get you some AP back. Carter, as you look into his mind and into Ellie's, you see the faces of people who matter being suffocated with like a image of like the Dixieland's flag before it gives way to like uh, not really suffocation anymore, but like where their face once was, it's some sort of symbol of Dixie. Like you don't have a way to image visualize this in your brain up until the flag becomes the person, but essentially like you get the feeling like whatever feelings they had for this person are being attached towards Dixieland in general. Uh, like a strong affinity towards it.
Um, I don't know how to fit this narrative, but what is Dixieland? Just this place, or is it
Every
like
That's the name of the country. Yeah.
the wasteland that belongs to Dixie Trade Assembly,
okay?
the Dixielands. Instead of wastelands, that's the Dixielands.
So this is like effectively the South.
Yeah, the South.
Interesting.
Uh, it is a pounding headache that you now have, Elliot. Like if you guys are hiding for the night in this uh, words are failing me in this inn. Uh, if you guys are like kind of hiding out, like David has a severe headache, and it takes him much longer than it takes you, Elliot, to shake these thoughts off. It takes him a while to like remember the three of you. He remembers Elliot before anything else, and he says, Elliot, what what the fuck is going on?
That guy, that Oglethorpe guy, I think he is a prick because that wasn't normal. That was some hooky shit.
Hooky shit.
And who is
I
Oglethorpe?
Oglethorpe is the guy that interrogated Elliot when you guys first came into town. Told her to make no
Interrogation.
trouble in my town.
Huh, okay.
I uh Ellie, David, do you know a quiet place in the city here that we're not going to be uh, overheard by the locals or by the guards? And Marcus got the hand up. He want to say what he saw and learned the previous night.
Marcus, the first place that you could think of to hide where no one would like look for you guys and where no one would be is the church.
Yeah, the church is, but this, what time of day is it now?
It's now 21, so 6, 7 o'clock. I'm bad at like clocks like this.
No, that'd be 9.
Yeah,
That'd
it's
be 9:50.
9:15.
9.
9.
So, I any other places in the city that David would probably know, assuming he'd been
Uh,
here longer than everyone else?
we could go to the back alleys. No one heads to those alleys,
Sure, let's go there.
and I'll go ahead and drag you guys over there. Uh,
The screen's dark, by the way.
I wish it didn't do this slow drag thing.
Oh, there it is.
It's just for cinematic effect.
I am in the uh viewing lawn area.
Oh, let me go ahead and move you guys
Yeah, me
to.
too. Historic Square. Oh wow, psychedelic.
Okay, I mean here, no one was following us.
Yeah, did we notice anybody watching us?
No, you did not. Everyone's kind of going about their business, going back to back to their respective homes.
Okay, so with all the parties here, uh, during my trip to Sunset Synthetics, I found a book on uh, making humanoids. Can you describe the book title? What what you told me? And this still here. It's the same quality as the armor I found. In the light tower, I found Fergus up there with the guard, so he definitely is in charge of the entire operations here.
You saw Marcus?
Yeah, yeah. This is what Marcus learned yesterday. Oglethorpe is within the
Oh,
tower where the projector was,
okay, okay.
and the synthetic found a book related to the institute. So definitely this place.
Are you showing them
Uh,
the book to the Institute?
yes,
Roll me just a d20. Uh, roll me a perception check. Rather, Mr. Uh,
just put up.
Jesus, why is my brain blanking this hard? Gone. Roll me a perception survival check.
You're gone, is what
It's
you're
okay.
saying.
Wait, Gon is doing that.
Yeah, as you show him the Institute symbol,
Crit.
crit. Uh, Gone. You have a flash, like a bright white flash, as you're drawn out of yourself to a bright white clear room in your mind, and then you drop back. Like you have the shortest flashback as you see this symbol. Everybody notices like you just kind of like uh,
Blinch.
flinch and like uh, go out there for a second, and then come back like as you see this symbol. You have no understanding of what you just experienced, but like this symbol did something to you when you looked at it.
And describe the symbol.
It is a symbol of it's an orange and white Vitruvian man, like the like arms to the side, arms above, arms down, like Da Vinci thing.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a little like like I got an ache in my neck and kind of shake it off and pretend it's nothing for now. So keep describing the book and your theory here, Marcus.
My theory is that Microsoft, he is working with a representative of this organization, the Institute, and through both of them, made people in the city here more compliant, especially with his insistence on order. Order is one thing I like, but not the clockwork machination that Microsoft had.
Okay, as do we like get out of town? Do we stop
I,
this? What do you think?
I, right now, we cannot do a whole lot at the moment as we lack the resources, especially at the institution have a setup to make weapons and armor. They are a larger group than we can handle at the moment. If we are going to handle Microsoft for people, we need more people and be better equipped, which
So,
mean which means the one easy way to do that is to go after the Lucas and his gang and then get what our allies we can if we're going to put a stop to the op- behind the scene operations going on.
whoa.
I know,
Yeah, is this our problem?
I mean, it
not,
kind of is. It's everybody's problem, right?
but it is.
The Dixie
No,
Trade Association.
the organization I have no issue with is just the institute and what they did. That's not right.
Can we just like tell the police?
N-
No, I don't
no,
think that. I think the police are brainwashed.
the police and the people there around are brainwashed to the point that they would not even believe us. And even then, Orkasop and his people would know through them that what we know.
Yeah, I don't like it. David kind of speaks up. I don't feel like taking on everybody in Dixie, or everybody in the DTA. I
You
don't
cut
feel
out.
like.
Cut out.
Yeah, we lost him.
What did David say? What did
Hello,
David say? What happened?
hello. I don't
Don't leave
feel.
us hanging, DM.
Can you hear me? Hello,
We're going for it.
David, what did you say?
hello,
His
David, no!
hello. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Welcome
He's
back.
alive! He
Yeah,
What did
lives!
David say?
my upload speed is kind of like acting wacky. I have no idea what's going on, but I think it's my upload speed is like messing up. So it's causing the voice issues, it's causing the streaming issues, everything. I need to look into that and see what's causing it. Um, I might need some help from a particular tech associate, John. But anyways,
Okay.
uh, David basically says like I don't feel like taking on the entirety of the guys who were going to throw me into the granite mines. I don't feel like taking them on right now because like there are 30. He doesn't know the exact number, but like there are tens of thousands of people in this town. I don't feel
And
like dealing with that many guards.
the people for this operation to stop, we just only need to deal with the upper echelon individuals, mainly Orgosop and his uh, loyal lackeys, in a sense.
We need to plan an assassination.
This is not going to be easy as we need to be prepared for the worst.
And what's the plan moving forward? Like what do we do? Because like now they're looking for somebody with a gun. Like what are we gonna do to get out of town?
I'm gonna joke and say, well, Ellie's in the clear, so she doesn't have a gun.
Yeah,
I'm gonna flex my muscles again.
I have, I, I can always just use my documentation as it's part of my work that I need the gear.
What?
David is gonna ditch his pistol right now. He's like, I am not risking that, and he's just gonna like toss his pistol. You can hear the thump of it, him like slap the baseball bat against his hand. He's like, I want to deal with this fucker as much as anybody else because
We,
for a second there I forgot who Ellie was.
we can, if there's a caravan going out, we can just hide our weapons and just leave with them. I have a feeling that the tribal merchant me and Gan interacted with probably are going to leave the city soon, and we can just join them on the way out to have our gear hidden on
Oh, do you want to
on them.
hide on the who crab?
Yeah, we can just be on it, and our gear is hidden somewhere, so we can. So it's not going to be confiscated. Confiscated. Uh, the guards are looking for someone with a gun of some kind.
Okay, Gon,
Again,
can you do us a huge favor?
yes, I can. I wanted to ask, what's the relation between last session where we had the jail? Is that where Oglethorpe is?
No,
Oglethorpe is at the City Hall Castle, like the giant castle in the middle of town, next to Historic
Oglethorpe
Square.
is the governor of this town. We were going to the
He's the
we were
governor
heading
of
towards the
Dixieland.
jail to deal with the leader of the Trap Stars.
Trap stars. Okay, Oglethorpe wanted us to deal with the trap stars. Is that what you just said?
No,
no.
no, that is a personal quest that we decided to do due to Ellie and David's situation.
Well, could this be like an enemy of my enemy is my ally kind of situation? Ellie knows these trap star
Yeah,
people or
Yeah.
David here, and we could coordinate some
yeah,
attack on Oglethorpe.
the
You mean try to convince the Trap Stars to attack Oglethorpe? I don't think that's such a good idea.
the
Isn't that like
Don,
inciting a war?
Don, Don, I would tell you the last thing anybody wants here is to have to deal with a group of raiders, especially if they are fully equipped to be a not effective as a army. That is no one. That's a problem no one desires.
Okay, okay. Then just an idea. I'll go talk to the trader and see if I can secure us a way out of here.
Yes,
I'm kind of
oh,
wondering if like the simplest way to deal this might be, since I do have my state officer credentials, I can just walk us out of the city, and if we get stopped, I mentioned like I got this posse together, hunt down the person who took a
You
shot at the
rounded
governor.
up a posse.
Could that work, DM? Would I know that as a state officer?
I mean, you've been lucky enough before that you would believe it would work.
He
which
didn't say it worked. He said that you would believe it.
Yeah.
Why don't we stick with the current plan, and then you can use that as a backup.
All right, I guess.
All right, let's do that. So I just run off and talk to the trader. And am I able to find him?
You find him in. So are you guys trying to talk to him today or like in the morning?
morning.
Morning. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys back over. I'll try and get rid of. If you're taking that skin cream, I'll get rid of this light showing up for you.
Yeah, I would use another dose uh, as not to cause any more commotion in the city.
Oh yeah, did
Yeah.
you get angry at all?
Marcus?
Yeah, Marcus, did Marcus feel any kind of anger or extreme emotion during that?
No.
Okay. He probably had the skin cream on. I was just doing that for visual effect because I'm like tooling around with the visual effects right now.
Yeah.
But like I'm gonna
Right.
transition to daytime.
Assuming a day passed and this some the skin cream was still on, I would imagine there would be enough overtime to put another dose on for the glow not to reappear.
As you guys see, it begins to be day. Like the clouds overhead are giving way to a bright. I'm gonna advance the time. It's now 8:30 in the morning. You guys can all add the well rested perk. You are now hungry, dehydrated, and tired. I'm going to make the party sleep.
Right back at that inn we've used to, been at.
Yeah,
Didn't we go to the inn to rest up?
yeah.
Um,
So go ahead and rest up. Like move your token back to on your character sheet to uh, rested, and you can add the well rested perk.
I'm gonna claim my free morning food and drink from the inn.
Yeah, she gives you a bowl of grits and grits and sausage, grits and Brahmin sausage, and a nice glass of sweet tea.
Hell yeah.
Uh, nice. Let, let's go to the Q crab merchant.
The Hugh Crab merchant is right here. I need to get his token. I don't have it right now, but he welcomes you over and he says, uh, "Brother, I have not seen you in a moon or in a night. How fare you?"
Does he know anything about Gani's arm?
No, because Gani's arms is healed up. He's just like, you have a new wound, brother. Did you face off against a
Um,
terrible beast?
yeah, what was it? An alligator claw or something
A
like that?
death croc.
Death croc. Thanks. um, yeah, a gator claw. Yeah. All right. So yes, I acquired this new scar uh, from like a gator claw or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Um, and but obviously, I said, brother, uh, the Swamp Father uh, has a purpose for me, as we saw yesterday with my vision in the seer, and I believe it is my. Uh, I believe that these people are important to me, and I believe that this city is in danger. Can you help me leave this town inconspicuously
Make me a speech
without drawing
check.
attention?
It's gonna be difficulty one because he's got some affinity towards you.
Right, right. That makes sense. All right. Abilities, speech, which uses charisma.
Yep.
That's not gonna go well.
You can use a luck point to reroll.
I've never used one before, so I will try that. And then it will be speech, charisma. Roll again. Oh, thank goodness. All right. I did it.
Yay!
He looks around, looks to the left, looks to the right, and he calls up to Karna, who's on the box on top of the Who crab. He says, "Karna, bring out the big blanket. You're welcome. You're welcome with us, brother, and your friends as well. If you believe the Swamp Father calls you, then who am I to say no? We shall serve Swan well."
Yep. Cool hand motion. And then some kind of like, I gotta have a phrase, like, the peace be with you kind of
Yeah.
thing. I need something like that. But yeah, a sign of respect. And then I indicate to everybody to like,
Crawl into
inconspicuously
the
load
box
up.
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and you can hear him yell "Hup!" as the Who crab rolls up on its the little wheels on the back of its shell, and it begins to drag itself across the. And David's like not really eager about being crammed in with everybody else. Like four people crammed into the little box up top the Who crab, the little box house that's inside the Who crab. He's crammed next to Carter's elbow. Carter's elbow's crammed against Elliot's stomach. Elliot's leg is like pressing against Marcus's head. As you guys all cram next to Karna, she like covers you in a blanket at her feet.
Or sardines,
Yeah.
whatever those are.
And I'm going to move you over to the gatehouse.
I Is it possible just to for Marcus just to get more ammo for his hunting rifle before leave town?
Uh, you're gonna having trouble getting this hunting rifle uh, through the gates, Marcus.
I thought we were in the box. So so it should be in the box.
You're right. You're right. You're in the box atop the Who crab. So if you
But
want
he
to,
would have to leave it to go get more ammo, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I Could that be done before we got uh, into the
The who
ball?
crab. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
How about this? You want to fix the narrative? Why doesn't he discover some ammo in the Who Crab and offer to buy it later once we
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
out?
Yeah. I'm fine with that. What ammo did you need?
308. I will buy 20 rounds of it, so it should be cost 60 if just going by the book price.
Roll me a d6 for how much 308 you get. Because I'm not gonna let you buy any, because like that's not something I have in abundance. But I'll let you. I'll say it was stuffed at the very back of the shell of the who crab. As you guys are being like shoved into his shell with him, you find one bullet, one 308 bullet. It's stuffed at the very back of the shell.
Rip. It's a little bit dusty looking,
Yeah.
a little rusty.
Yeah, I'll just sort of be wondering why a tribal has a bullet.
It's for a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but why would tribals don't use guns, do they?
They do. It just not as not as common as everyone else. But
I'm gonna assume it is like me assuming all tribals are backwards. I'm just gonna go like, yeah, tribals don't use guns. Why would they have a bullet?
Tribals aren't people. Like,
Hey, I didn't go that far now.
no. As you guys approach, one of the individuals, one of the carts ahead of you is like thoroughly inspected. They find a gun on them, and the people are dragged off away from the gate. Like the gun is handed to one of the other tradesmen, and the cart and the gun is like the person who was heading the cart is dragged off by one of the trade marshals. It appears like anybody with any kind of heavy equipment is being inspected and taken before the governor.
Oh, dude, are we gonna get found out?
You guys, as you approach the gate uh, and head in, the trade marshal like holds his hand up. State your business. What did you come into town for? And Hideo says, I came in simply for trade. That's all we came into town for. All we have is Karna. Show him all our goods. And she brings out. She reaches out of the window of the little top box where she's like got her great like blanket covering all of you. She reaches out of the window and she shakes some beads. Beads out the window. Roll me a sneak check. Whoever's got the highest sneak.
I guess that'd be me. Give me 1 second.
It's gonna be difficulty 3.
I knew this wasn't a good idea. All right, sneak. Can I spend a party AP to make this 3?
Yes.
go
Yes.
ahead.
Can I give DM a point as well to make it 4d20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Wow.
Nice. He basically overlooked. He says, "Get this fucking crab out of here. We do not need this in town right now." And Hideo says, Of course. I am apologize for the trouble. I will be out of your hair very quickly, sir." And he says, "Whoop!" And the who crab lifts itself up and begins to use its claws to drag itself forward on its little wheels behind it as it begins to scuttle forward on the pathway. And you guys are all crammed. Elliot, your head is being like swarmed by Mr. Krabs. Your foot is in like Marcus's mouth. Marcus is like back is against Gani's face. You guys are all just kind of shoved, crammed in together, and you are on the road towards uh, wherever you're headed. Actually, I'm curious where you guys are headed.
I'm assuming we get more comfortable now that we're through the gate.
Yeah.
Do we have a destination where
Mr.
we want
Krabs, this could
to?
be you one day.
Do we have a destination where we want to go to?
I'm assuming we're heading down towards Macon.
Yeah, yeah, would be Macon area.
Yeah.
Assuming when we are outside the city limits and we get out, I informed our our friends the information I learned about the men of metal in the metal in the city and do the book and the armor as proof.
Does anybody
I
react to the fact that he's describing essentially men of metal and the fact that you guys saw Gani?
Yeah, I also tell them what I saw Argusop was doing in the event of the light show.
I'm assuming I wouldn't really know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you've never been outside of the South, so like you've heard a few rumors like of places up north. Like you heard someone discuss one time like trade business that they tried to establish in the Commonwealth and it not working out. Like the Dixie Trade Assembly does trade pretty far north, pretty far west. Uh, but you heard some essential trade routes were closed down because of something that happened to a government like maybe 40, 50 years ago, but that's not really super relevant to you. You haven't remembered it in a long time.
I mean, I'll ask, is it so there's more people with my gifts?
So how do our merchant friends react with the information Marcus is telling him?
They are kind of like not really paying attention to you. They're more focused on they're like permitting Gani to one of them is actually tending towards Gani's chest, like where his tattoo is, and like applying a salve to help his tattoo heal quicker. And one of them is like giving him an additional like tribal marking on his left arm, like a like dot tattoo, a dot armband around like a blue dot armband around his left arm. And the two women attending to him are like helping him, and then the Hideo and the other individual are just kind of like watching the cart, like riding the like basically heading the cart, the who crab as it heads towards Macon as they head further south.
So right now, Marcus is elaborating on the idea of the book, the institute. What does the book tell? Or like, I'm assuming
But
has he had time to read
the
the book?
yeah, the what does the book exactly cover? Just making uh, materials from synthetic material?
It covers synthetic materials and human biology, and application of synthetic materials in human biology.
Okay, but like inside of it, does it look like more like a robot or more like a person? Like how far
Uh,
along are
Are
we?
you saying are there pictures?
There are
Yeah.
there are pictures, and there are pictures of mechanical apparatus, like, and then there are overlaid pictures of like biomechanical apparatus and like
Okay,
skeletal
so
outlines. Yeah.
it shows
Like
what people
they're
saw
like essentially
on my
like
arm.
if you flipped through these 3 pages or like 4 or 5 pages together near the middle, like it's essentially like a stacked layer diagram of different layers of the body, like, and like you flip through another 10 more pages and it's stacked layered of like a similar like but less advanced like mechanical robot creature, like a mechanical humanoid. And
But does it
then
look like me?
there's a final picture that just is a blank nude male human.
Okay. Um, you know, help me out narratively. I'm assuming I got to see this, right? And people brought up my metal bones.
Yep.
Am I aware of the idea that this book is referencing me in any way?
Make me an intelligence science check. Difficulty 2 because you're difficulty 3 because you're a tribal.
Yeah, he said science intelligence.
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah. You have in no way any concept that this is talking to you.
I mean, it's not like Marcus may have made this connection.
Yeah, Marcus has made this connection and is essentially explaining it to you, like, but you as your own like worldview and your own understanding of the world, you have
Right, right.
you have no concept of like in what way this would apply to you. Like to you, like the way your bones have been or the way your bones have always been your whole life. Um,
Yeah, I don't even get science.
yeah. Um, Elliot, as you think about it, you begin to like the first thing thought comes to your mind as you like think about like science in general uh, and like you're thinking about the things that he just described to you, and you're thinking about what happened to your memories. Is like you basically look over towards Gani, and your first thought is like, does Gani remember anything? Does Gani remember having a childhood?
Hmm. Hey, where did you grow up? What was home like?
Well, I was born as a gift of the Swamp Father.
Oh, Swamp Daddy? Okay.
Hmm. Well, he's not a dad in the traditional sense. He's uh, an omnipresent being throughout the swamp that guides us um,
Aren't we
and
all?
gives us signs and indications as to what our purpose in life is. And he brought me to my tribe uh, on an ocean wave. The swamp's against the ocean. Um, and I joined my tribe as a effectively an adult male.
So, do you remember what was happening before you washed up
No, no, that was the day I was created. I did not
by
exist in any way up until that moment.
Papa
I'm a
Swamp?
gift. That's right.
Papa
And
Swamp.
I was given these gifts um, that allow me to withstand great damage and to not fear glowing ones or radiated water, so that I could help my tribe and fulfill my greater destiny,
Have you
which I'm currently
performed
seeking to
any
do.
miracles lately?
Well, it was a little bit of a miracle getting us out of there, but not in particular.
That was
Actually,
pretty
thinking
bad.
about that, he ate everything that you did, Elliot. He did everything that you did, but was completely unaffected by the sounds or the light show.
I'm very suspicious of you now.
Yeah, I saved your ass, but
Elliot is just suspicious of everyone, it seems.
Elliot has a reason to be. She nearly lost her mind.
I don't mind you being suspicious. I didn't choose this, and I believe I was fated to some greater purpose.
Don, you have been good to us, so I'm going to continue to put my faith in him.
Well, I mean, I appreciate it because all I know is that you guys are part of that the Swamp Father's design,
I'm gonna
and
say, like, don't worry about it, aren't we all a little bit weird here? And I'm gonna stare at Elliot, like, being probably the most normal person here.
The
oh yeah,
only
we left Jeffrey
the
behind.
Yeah, some of us have dads. Some of our dads are swamps.
the only real thing about me is how insane I may sound like, but I just call that living a long life for wisdom.
I mean,
You
do
guys
any
are
of you
about
have an idea as
here.
to why I'm here? Is it? Have any of you had visions? Have any of
Uh,
you?
no.
I had a vision.
I just got away from my vision.
He had a vision. Did you have a vision? Is that why you're asking about visions?
Oh yeah. No, I've been having visions. I honestly, I thought I would have. I guess haven't necessarily shared, but I do want to completely update the party. We've
Okay.
been through a good little clip, but I want to completely update the party with all the visions I've had, if I haven't already.
Okay.
And basically, what is an authentic accounting of everything they've heard us go through in this these D&D sessions, and narratively they can take in what it means for them, and if they believe me.
Your kid sounds like she's having a lot of fun in the background.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you guys I have to go.
It's probably a good stopping point anyway. So
This is a good point. How far is Mechaville and Mason?
Mechaville would be about an hour. It would be right here. Macon is 19 hours down, and it's right
Uh,
about here.
okay,
yeah,
so we can go to Mechaville to resupply that.
Yeah.
They might even let the Who Crab in.
are we still going to the Who Crab?
The Who Crab will go in the direction like he's actually asking you which way should we head, Hideo? Hideo speaks up towards Ganayegi Ama. Which way are we headed on your vision quest?
Well, honestly, whatever account is like, I'm supposed to be aware of the trap stars, right? I'm supposed to. I don't think I've been given a particular guidance, right? But when I'm with the team, or with the team, when I'm with everyone here, I'm revealing more, and maybe the next time we do this, I could get high again,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the seer can help me, and it'll give me a vision. Or if somebody else has an objective, I know we've got the Trap Star Ellie side quest mission. We've got the weird Oglethorpe 5, and then I don't know if John or Marcus have side missions around the globe.
I think we
The
need to go back to.
the the o- the only place that I would like to visit, it would be this would be on the way down, would be the the Museum of Human Rights to see if anything of interest get Marcus' attention there, as Sister Face did send him there.
You found whatever you were looking for at the museum. Well, actually, if you enter the Museum of Human Rights, like heading towards the Rambler area, um, what you notice is that it's become a building that's become the Dreamers headquarters. It's north though. It'll take you about 30 minutes to head north there.
Okay, well, if Social City is up north, and it's just on the way down then.
Yeah. So Solstice
Uh,
City is right here. The museum is right here, and then Mechaville is right here.
okay, so do we want to continue playing or just have this as the end point?
I feel like it's probably a good stopping point.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
good for
assuming
whatever
we
it is.
gotta. I assume we were hoping to pick a direction so that the DM can,
Drop us off there.
curate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the next session we can just begin the session off at the Human Rights Museum, and I just inform the people there and see what additional if we can get our ally there
Okay.
to handle the issue at the Solstice City infiltration.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, cool. I will
All right.
catch you guys next week.
Next week.
Bye, buddy.
Same bats time, same bats channel.
Yeah.
Peace.
Same Fallout time, same Fallout channel.
I did experience.
Yes, you did. You gained 300 experience. I'll add that to your character sheet, to Gani's character sheet.
900.
And Elliot just barely avoided being brainwashed.
I made it.
We keep having to save her ass, don't we?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
she is
yeah.
the only human. And humans are weak little things.
Ellie, what's your survival skill?
My survival skill is 5.
I somehow don't believe it, but go on.
It's 5.
Go off, Queen.
Oh, queen.
Hey, look, if you had to make those same rolls, you would have failed them too.
And then I'd use several luck points.
Well, luckily, I've got a lot of luck points to burn.
It was like DC 4, man. Come on.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording.